truer words never said.
Well, that's the perception I'm getting from the behavior.
Absolutely, that's the way it is. My dogs feel the same way about me. That's absolutely right. And oh, look at, he just yummed that right up.
Uh-huh.
Very nice.
Was that the Kong stuff too?
It was.
Yeah.
That was maybe bacon and
You like that, don't you, buddy?
so this is Nina Otasone.
Okay.
Um,
I like the interactive toys.
the interactive toys are great.
I just not got the right one for him right now, sounds like.
Well,
And that's what the female Havanese I had before, she loved that. Like, endlessly played with that Kong that you knock over and kibble comes out. But,
right. So this is a good one of these, well made.
mm-hmm.
This is a piece of you know what. Here.
I would prefer to spend my, yes, I can tell you. I don't mind spending money, like,
Yeah.
to get the good thing.
And these come out and come off, and you know, a dog with any ingenuity. And then it becomes, I mean,
Yeah.
not so much for this dog, but it becomes a choking hazard
Yeah.
for a larger dog.
Yes, I'm not concerned about her bestie and the good stuff, so.
I'm like, get a few of the good things, and then Westpaw makes these fuzzy, squeaky toys, and the fuzz doesn't get pulled out of them. There's not a mess. They're not stuffed, so there's nothing to
Yeah.
pull out of them.
Yeah.
And I've had mine. Neither of my dogs have destroyed it, and it's still got the squeaker in it. And my sister, when she first saw it, she's like, I'm gonna have this pink stuff all over my house. I went, no, you're not, because this is Westpaw,
Right.
and you are not gonna have it. It's gonna be great. These are Walmart washcloths that I've rolled tightly and put strapping tape on.
Okay.
When the biting really gets bad, doesn't have several of these, 5 or 6 of these around.
Okay.
And then this is what you can keep it in a back pocket
Yeah.
or around you, around where you sit
I
and stuff.
definitely keep a toy
And this
next
is
to
what
me.
you get it. Get it.
So where'd all the toys and snacks go?
I know where did everything go, puppy. I'm taking this now. Yes. Okay, you want a little more of that, okay? You want me a little more of that? Oops. Yes.
He likes I've got some that have like a crinkly.
Oh yeah, that's nice. That's like a cigarette pack. When,
Yeah, maybe so, yeah.
when I smoked back in the early 80s, and I had cats, that was, there were no other toy that was
Right.
more fun than that crinkled up
Yeah.
cigarette pack.
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty, I'm gonna come over and get this. Oh, there you go, you can have that. Yes.
It's not so easy to fool on the not this, try that situation.
Well, yeah, but you gotta do it until they get it. That's just gonna be, you didn't finish that up, and I can't give that to my little dog because he can't digest protein.
Oh no.
I'm telling you.
That is a bother.
And he's got a collapsing trachea. And
Yeah, I've
just
dealt with
from
that, too.
coughing, he just collapsed his lung. It's just one thing after the other. Oh, look at you. Look at you. Okay.
Was that saying back up?
No, I just did. So we're gonna do a couple of things now. This is gonna be so much fun. Yes, so how do you feel about teaching a recall?
We've been trying to do that, and he's mostly good, except when he doesn't want to.
Except when he doesn't want to. So let's get a rocket recall on him. And the way you start this, there's several things to do. So we're going to start this with, I'm just going to use, since I already put him down on the farm with a little beef liver, I'm just going to continue with a little shake of the beef liver. Because he doesn't need a lot. He can have a real little piece though. Okay? So this is, I'm going to go like this. And when he starts coming towards me, I'm going to say, Knox, come. And then I'm going to toss this. Knox, come. I see, you're not going to do it for me. I see. So I'm going to have you do this. Now here's the thing, you don't say C-O-M-E until the dog is C-O-M-I-G, okay? So you're just going to do a little bit of this, and then when he starts to come, you're going to go, Knox, come, and you're going to toss a treat that way, and then you're going to start back the other way.
Okay.
Slow, okay? And you can do it in the diagonal.
Now he's gonna follow you.
Knox, yeah.
Go, so say it then. Knox, come.
Yeah, there you go. Make sure he sees that.
Knox, come.
There you go. This way.
Knox, come.
There you go. And you want to toss it out just a little bit in front of you.
Okay.
It's all right. You can start back. Don't step on the cone.
Knox, come.
There you go. Yeah.
Knox, come.
There you go. All right. This is a one-person recall. Don't step on the cone.
Okay.
So, if you have a two-person recall, you and your house sitter maybe, or your puppy sitter, or?
Yes, I'm single, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, when he's around, I'd like you to teach Knox to come to pup, pup, pup. Because this is your emergency. There's no point in saying come if the dog isn't going to come, because you're wasting the word.
Right.
And you're letting the dog know that just because you say it doesn't mean you mean it.
Okay.
Okay? So when Knox is out in the yard sniffing around and you want him in the house and you know that he's not going to come, you're not going to say, Knox, come.
Yeah.
You might as well go out and pick him up and bring him back in.
Correct.
You're going to do pup, pup, pup. That's water. And that's great that you figured that out. It's a float. And that's great that you figured that out. Got to push down a little bit and then the water.
So he's not a dummy.
Oh no, he's not a dummy at all. A very smart puppy. His brain just isn't fully grown yet. Yeah. He doesn't get to be 13-year-old boy until 6 months. So you'll do that. You have to remember, I don't do that until he's already coming. And this is how you teach a verbal cue.
Okay.
Because the verbal is the last thing the dog ever learns. Okay? They'll learn a hand signal, and they much prefer a hand signal because they talk to us in body language. Okay? So that they're fine with. So they'll learn hand language, a physical cue, but you have to teach them to pay attention for the verbal cue. And it isn't about them being stubborn or obstinate or anything like that. It's just, it ain't their language.
Yeah.
Choice. And they're not paying attention, and unless you show them how to pay attention and wait for that cue, then you're never going to have a dog that listens to you.
Aren't we?
Yeah, you're never going to have a dog that listens to you. So sit down, and what you do is get your guy that puppy sits, and you sit across the room from each other, and then you go, pop, 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 pop. And I'm going to have you do it.
Pop, pop, pop. Pop, pop. Pop, pop, pop. Pop, pop.
There you go. Pop, pop, pop. 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 Pop, pop, pop.
Stranger danger, doesn't
Not going there. I don't quite trust you yet.
it?
You haven't won me over. That's okay. I have a lot of my little puppies feel that way about me. Some dogs let everything roll off their back.
He's just really, in the last few weeks, started to be that way.
He's young. He's just.
Because I've had people in painting, and I've just redone a bathroom, so there's been people in and out, and he was fine at first, and now he's like, wait.
Yeah, wait a minute. So that was probably, he got a little bit flooded with that.
Yeah.
Okay? So now he's like, well, I'm going to think about this before
Yeah.
I do this. So I will send you both the one person and the two person
Okay.
recall. And when you have a chance to do a 2-person recall, do it. And when you
I
have a
can get
chance.
my neighbor probably to do it with
Oh,
me,
yeah,
'cause
absolutely.
they have a dog that I would like for them to become friends. He's a bigger dog though, so.
Not until this one's a bit older
Yeah.
and a little steadier on their feet. You are just the cutest thing in the world. So, will the hair around his nose always kind of go like that?
No, their hair gets 6 inches and it'll drape.
It'll drape.
It looks like dandelion fluff right now.
I know. I'm like, because I showed the picture you sent me to my dentist. I was having my teeth cleaned the other day, and he came in at the end of the teeth cleaning, and he's a big dog person, and I showed him. He goes, "What kind of dog is this?" I can't remember. Maybe a Shih Tzu? I can't remember. And we were trying to think, and I couldn't think of the word Havanese because, you know.
It's not the most common breed, but it's
Boy,
growing.
it's not. Yeah.
That's part of what I liked about it too when I got my first one nearly 12 years ago. They're so funny. Like, they are like little circus clowns. They have the best personalities.
So you are going to start to do reorienting to you. That's going to be everything.
Okay.
The dog reorients to you. This is going to be a little bit easier than a Labrador Retriever
I've had one of those too.
Because this dog is gonna be attached to you at the hip probably, you know? It might get real independent, but I doubt it. Most little dogs aren't terribly
These
independent.
are pretty, they can be pretty clingy breeds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, the way we do this, I'm gonna send you a couple of videos. One's gonna be about reorienting from the crate, and the other one is just, we're gonna call it whiplash. It was named after a dog. It's not about, it's not about, but it's named after a dog. So, get it. So whiplash goes with you putting a treat on the ground and then moving around to the dog's tail. Knox, come! Knox!
They did, but not to you.
So this is just, all you're doing is having him turn, I wouldn't say come, just Knox. Just call
Okay.
his name one time. Knox. And he should turn around, and then you put a treat on the ground, and then you go around to his tail,
Okay.
and you call Knox while he's eating the treat. He turns around, okay? It's just teaching him to reorient you.
Okay.
Because where this is going is you're going to end up with this door frame being the environmental cue for the dog to turn around and reorient to you. Okay? I'm going to take you all the way through that.
Okay.
Okay? But it starts with putting a treat on the ground in front of their face and then racing around to their tail. So you might want to put a couple of Cheerios down so that you have time to get around to their tail.
Yeah.
So when you'll get a video about reorienting from the crate.
Okay.
So when you let the dog out of the crate, you're going to practice whiplash first. That's the name of it. So that, oh, pardon me. So that he gets the idea.